Okay, guys, so this is a short summary or video based off the initial video that I just did on how to take our fierce trades. So this is a short version, and I just want to direct you guys to the pinned post in my fierce trades alerts group. So this post here, if you click on the pinned messages up here, you'll see all the pinned posts. Now, in one of those pinned posts is about how to take our fierce trade ideas. So in case you're in this alerts group, or if you ever want to take our alerts and you haven't yet gone through this pinned post, it's right here. It shows you, this is for an example trade, okay? Of AUD USD, a scalp or an intraday trade, depending on what you want to do. Scalp meaning you want to scalp maybe 10 or 20 pips. TP1 is usually 10 pips. TP2 is usually 20 pips, and then TP3 is the maximum pips that I'm anticipating the trade will go to. Then SL is stop loss, okay? And that would be dependent on what I see. It could be 20 pips, 14 pips, 10 pips, 30 pips. It depends on the pair and the trade and the parameters. Then usually I give you basic instructions here. Use a lot of 0.01 for every $100. Now, guys, if you use anything more than this based on your account size, I can't really guide because this is the basic guide I'm giving. This is a really good risk, especially if it's your first time trading with us. Potential intraday, I give you 50 pips. So if you want to hold this trade, you can trail with stop loss. Okay, if you trade on MT4, you can trade with stop loss, okay? Or you can trail your stop loss. So once the pair is in profit, you simply go on your MT4 on your laptop, you then set up the trailing stop loss, and it will trail your trade. The stop loss will move into profit automatically once it's in profit, a couple of pips, and then it will continue to trail your trade so that you're never in a drawdown per se. Only challenge with that is sometimes, depending on what you're trading and where you begin to trail, you can get stopped out prematurely. But it's a good way to also just ensure that you're okay. So this post here, it shows you step one, open 1 to 3 trades at a time. In my initial long video, I've just described how you can do that. And I have given you my personal preference. I usually take 1 to 2 trades at a time, or 1 trade at a time. So we share up to 10 trades per session. We trade London and New York sessions, never take all trades at the same time. Never, ever, ever, ever take all trades at the same time. A second point, I use appropriate risk, guys. This is a guide, okay? If you choose to go anything above this, then that's really an individual risk, which is fine. But I usually say never risk more than 1 to 3% of your account. So this lot size should guide. Then protect your account. I give stop loss. I give you guys a guide on your stop loss. Whether you choose to put this or not, again, is really up to you as an individual trader. But I give you parameters so that you can anticipate that if it pulls back, this is where your loss would be. And usually I give you how many pips as well. But if you calculate this entry from, this is about 23 pips. Okay, so if this trade pulls back and hits stop loss, you're down 23 pips. That's basically it. So I say protect your stop loss. I usually give a risk to reward of a minimum of 2:1. Okay, so for every $10 you're risking, your reward that you're anticipating is like $20. Okay, then pending orders. This is what I majorly share: buy stop, sell stop, as well as buy limit and sell limit. I explained in the previous videos how to take that. And then managing trades, delete all pending orders that don't execute by the end of the Asian session. So if just prior to the open of the London, trades haven't yet executed, sometimes just delete them, okay? You don't have to keep them pending, because if you forget, they could activate, and yeah. But usually what I found is if they do activate the Asian market, they tend to close in the London. Okay, that is in the next Asian market. I mean, in the Asian market after the New York, just before the following London session. Then handling loss. If you take 3 consecutive losses, call it a day, call it a session, call it a wrap. Don't keep trading, because basically if you're taking 3 losses, psychologically, your mind is not great for trading. So you just need to take a break from the charts and trading. Zero experience. Now, I know there are people on my channel who are at a beginner level of trading, and really at the end of the day, I just recommend that trade on demo. trade on demo as much as you can before you go live. Trade on demo, trade, and if you can even do like 100 trades on demo, depending on how long that will take you, whether it's a month, 3 months, 6 months, just take those trades and then gauge yourself. If you have a percentage win rate of at least above 50 to 60%, then you can go live. If you're trading live in your first or second week of trading, that's on you guys. I really can't advise on that thereafter. I suggest just consistently demo trade 100 trades. Whether you're taking my trade alerts or you're taking somebody else's alerts. Now, of course, the argument is, but Lillian, you're a trader, you're giving us trades, so you should not be saying that. But here's the thing. I do give trade ideas, but people don't take my trade ideas as I give them, okay? Some people will come out at 10 pips, others at 20 pips, others at 50, others even at 5 pips, they'll be out. Others will not use stop loss. I give you the parameters, the algorithm, the guide, but at the end of the day, guys, you are going to end up being in charge of your account. I cannot control your account, okay? But this, if you follow this guide to the T, okay, guys, you'll be fine. Even if you hit stop loss, you'll be fine, because we've been getting good win rate, okay? Like I said earlier, if a trade has already moved, okay, it has already activated, don't jump into the trade. Leave it alone, wait for the next trade, okay? There's no urgency to take all my trades or all trades called out. There's no emergency to do that, okay, guys? So I hope this short video has been beneficial for those who are like, okay, Lillian, your previous video was too long. I will, however, suggest please watch the long version in your time, because I think I've dropped some important information there that will be very helpful for you going forward. So thank you guys and have a lovely day.